What's up, guys and gals? Welcome back to the Nerdcastle for the next episode of DC's The Bullies. Boop! My name is Splattercat. Happy to have you here today as I continue to just get beat on. This game is basically just a masochist simulator at this point. I'm just in the corner just getting Rocky Balboa'd. Just getting beat on. Nothing good's going to happen in this episode, I'm telling you. It's just going to be me failing over and over and over again because I don't have enough officers, and now all my best officers have been called off to some kind of Inquisition thing. It's a mess. I really want the game to end because if it goes on much longer, we might lose. Like, this kind of needs to end, like, right now. And we've still got, like, another week. How horrible is that? Public transport workers strike. 4 months, no pay. Analyst Freeburg not attractive target for terrorists. That's because it already looks like a war zone. I don't even want to be here anymore. Street musicians raise 20 grand and donate the proceeds to charity. Well, that's nice of them. But what they need to do is donate the proceeds to getting the hell out of Dodge. Because this town is done. We just need to abandon it. Nobody called in, so that's good. Let's go to work then. RNG didn't get us that time. Sometimes RNG gets you. I've had upwards of like 5 officers call out in one day, and it's just like, oh my god. Like, what do you do when that happens, you know? City Hall is very upset with us right now. Like, really, really upset with us. Like, on a whole different level upset with us. I don't really know what else to do, though. Yeah, we don't get our job slot. I didn't think that we would. On this side, we can get Mitchell Howell. If we can pull some people off of an investigation. So, like, let's say that... Can I pull the lead investigator off, too? No, I can only pull off those 2. So, as of right now, we really don't have a lot of options, except for maybe solving the abduction. Which, that's an option. I mean, we could do it. I don't think we have enough case details yet, though. Like, we got people on it. They're just not really accomplishing much. Let's see, the city has seen a dramatic increase in the number of traffic accidents and violations happening on our roads, and the press are starting to ask questions. Put a few cars on random traffic stops and keep people on their toes. Yeah, we'll do that for now. Send them on over. We'll try to keep the mayor happy for right now. I'm hoping that gas event ends at some point. I don't know how long it is in duration, but we're losing officers left and right to car crashes. We've lost upwards of like 40% of our original cast just off of traffic accidents. Like 2 to 3 a day. Had I known, I would have never taken... Why do I have so much money right now? Why do I have so much money right now? Huh. Why do I have 120 grand? Where did that come from? What? Where did $120,000 come from? I have no idea what to say about this. I mean, the money is ultimately kind of useless because... Hello, please come right away, urges an agitated man. There's an overturned truck in my yard filled with cocaine. I came out of the house and there was white powder everywhere. I don't know about you, but I'd be shoveling that shit into plastic bags. I'm like, well, I might get in trouble, but you know what? I might get murdered, but opportunities in life only come around like this, like one time. And this is it. I'm sitting at home plate right now and I can swing or I can go back to the dugout and we're swinging for the fences. I bet it's like flour. I bet it's not even drugs. I could be wrong. I might be wrong. It's very, very possible that I'm calling this situation wrong, but I bet it's flour. I bet it's like an overturned cooking supply truck or a baking soda truck or something. It just seems weird to me that you got an entire truck full of cocaine and you don't even try and hide it. Like, you don't pack it in anywhere. You don't put it in the back of, like, televisions and ship those. Like, it's just... Add an extra layer, you know what I mean? 4 armed men entered the home of Viola Esther and presented some papers which supposedly prove the apartment belongs to them. The women and family are being forced out into the streets. Send Bucarica, Class, and Oshiro. Also Tipson and Beardsell and Vermilion. Because they need to level up. I'm going to take my chances on this one. I'm going to see what happens. I bet it's not even a real thing. Please don't get in a car crash. Please don't get in a car crash. The man had mixed up the dosage of his medication and suffered a distorted view of reality, mistaking the snow outside for huge piles of cocaine. Hey, sometimes that's the way it goes. There's a massacre at the Freeburg Tribune office. A man with a shotgun entered the newspaper room and started opening fire all around. It seems he's enraged. They refused to print an advertisement he sent in. So my recommendation for you guys would be never take the offer for the gas. When the guy offers to swap out the gas, Do not do it because it ruins the rest of your playthrough. Look how slow they drive right now, and they die in car accidents for like weeks to come. Just don't do it. It's a game-breaking thing. Just let it go. Let it go. Don't do it. The $40,000 is not worth the trouble you're going to get out of it. A sobbing child is laying on the floor. 3 men are searching the house while the fourth is shaking a pistol and a wad of crumpled papers at a frantic woman. Let's push him to the ground to demand an explanation. The documents are handwritten and don't make much sense. They're stamped with a logo from a shoe shop. Arrest the dude. Obviously, he's holding somebody up at gunpoint. I don't care who you are, but not even like Repo men can hold people up at gunpoint. He's pointing a gun at people. Like, you're taking your job a little. I would never be a Repo man. That job seems terrifying. Like, at any day, somebody could just lose their shit on you and just, like, shoot you in the face because you're trying to take their stuff back to the bank. And I don't blame them. Like, when you're trying to repo a car, you're basically slitting somebody's throat financially. Like, they already ain't got the money to pay you. And now you're taking away the means to get to their job and everything else. It's just like, well, some people are going to hit some... there's nobody to help you out. I'm sorry to say. But, yeah. Situation like that, I can understand it from both sides. Like, don't take out loans you can't pay off. But at the same time, it's like by taking away somebody's vehicle or taking away somebody's home or whatever, you're removing the means for them to ever earn enough money to repay you. You know what I mean? It just seems like it's a catch-22. The abduction. We have new frames. So for this one, Peter Murphy and Jim Collins work as plumbers, and they always go on calls together. They don't wear uniforms. They prefer tracksuits. Okay, they're on that tracksuit life. The kidnappers took 2 black boys and a dark-skinned girl. Black boys, and she looked kind of white to me. That one looks about right. The kidnappers escaped with the children in a white van. So they ran off in the van, grabbed the children. In this one, are they holding anything? No. Young teacher was focused on a book and didn't notice as the captors came up and knocked her out. Okay, on the playground they found a rag with chloroform, the catcher in the rye, and some fake tickets for a performance by an imaginary illusionist, Barry Baryshnikov, and a wrench. So they torched her. They've got tickets. But I don't think we have all the pieces to the puzzle just yet. I think we're still missing a couple things. Which sucks, because I really need to send somebody over there. Bukarika, Class, Oshiro, and we might as well send the low-level guys. At least a couple of them on this one. SWAT is not available. Yeah, send them all. I forgot to read that one. I'm sorry, guys. I messed up. I should have read that one. I'm moving quickly right now because I'm trying to get through the game. It's my fault. I'm playing it like I'm playing it by myself, and I'm not doing commentary right now. And I just want to finish it. That's the thing, is like the game is... It's dragging for me right now. It's really sincerely dragging. I'll just be honest with you. Just be real honest with you. But we're so close to the end that I want to finish the playthrough. Like, I feel bad about ditching it at this point, so I'm not going to. Please don't get in car accidents while we're waiting for the final arrival. Please don't die, too. If you get machine gunned, I'm going to be upset. Yeah, sure. There's nothing else to do with today, so send whoever the hell else you want to send. I don't care. At the end of the day, it should run at like 4 times speed once it hits this right here, just so you can resolve everything, or it like instantly resolves. That would be like a ease of... This happens all the time too, where at the end of the day, you're just stuck waiting for cars to drive around. And there it is. I saw it as there was no reason not to send more people out to respond because it's free XP for them, even if they can handle it. It's free XP for all the other people you send out, so you may as well. We'll end the day right there. And it appears as though everything turned out all right. I don't really... I'm going to have Oshiro work tomorrow. I'm going to have Gibbons come in tomorrow because Shift A is in rough shape right now. Shift A is just not... I'm going to have to lean really, really heavily on my officers. I don't really have a choice. Unfortunately, they're going to have to work some doubles and whatnot because I'm out. Now that everybody is out for the meeting with internal affairs, it's not really a whole lot I can do. City heating interruptions to continue till spring. Programmer in 30 years, machines will rule the world. Pop star Alana Moraes bribes police after petty theft. Seems like a good way to get yourself into even further trouble. All right, so Robbins didn't come in. Mitchell didn't come in. Dixon didn't come in. Alejo drank, so we'll have him come in tomorrow. But the 3 that didn't come in are because they're on that internal affairs review thing. And so I've still got some people to work with. Not a lot, but I've got something, so oh well. I don't think we've done this one very much. Into the Breach 1. Sounds like a heavy metal song. Into the Breach! Yeah, I bet it ends on day 180 is what I bet. So there's Ozaki is dead as well. My salary has apparently come through, and my $120,000 is now gone. This is kind of interesting. Like, I don't know what just happened. It said we had $120,000, right? I should have deposited it into my account. I don't know what happened right there. Little strange. I do need to do this. Mr. Boyd, Japanese star Ebisawa Tsukiyasu is coming to the city. His agents asked us to provide protection to meet the athlete at an honorary ceremony. Tsukiyasu has tons of fans for his films, and his support for the real cops could go a long way. All right, send some people out. Spaghetti, Revik, and Lampard, go over there. You guys suck, and maybe you'll get some XP for it. We've got an assault over here. Rachel Keys. She's now working at a strip club. Dude, I want to work at City Hall. I went to City Hall the other day to get my marriage license, and I was like, dude, this is the most peaceful place I've ever been in my entire life. It's just a massive building. And nobody's doing anything. All the employees there are just like chilling at desks, writing softly. It's just quiet in there. It was a little warm. I was like, dude, I would never get anything done here because I would fall asleep at my desk every single day. It's too comfortable. Drug use on the beach. A large group of students is relaxing on the beach, smoking marijuana and taking pills. Normally, I'd probably just let this go. I don't know. It's not that big of a deal to me. It's kind of one of those whatever things for me. Like, in a city where people are getting murdered like every 18 seconds, I see no reason why we should be concerning ourselves with Xanny bars and weed. Chief, we did it! Tsukiyasu is a tough guy. He treated us like heroes, plus he gave us some expensive stuff like it was nothing. Oh, cool. We got $8,000 too, because we're going to need that, because I keep paying my snitches. And I'm going to need to hire officers, I think. I'm going to get like 50,000 on me. I know I don't have enough money. Well, let me keep it all in the account for right now. I mean, I've exceeded the parameters a little bit. I need to buy more officers. I really sincerely do. I don't know. Things are messed up right now. Things are messed up right now, and I'm not totally sure how we're going to bring them back under wing. If we even can. The last day or two have seemed a little bit calmer by comparison, but we're still driving so slowly that it's hard for us to keep up with the work. So yeah, don't take the gas exchange job. It's not worth it. It's just not worth it. I guess that 120 grand was a bug, because it's gone now. The park is hosting a massive pillow fight today. Last year, 2 girls were killed in the heat of excitement. It can't look like we're not doing anything. You'll need to provide a police presence at the venue. I'm sure he's going to be upset with me, but I don't really care that much. Paddy Wagon and all my A-team were over there, so that should go down. Oh, we found weed. Can't do anything with it, though. I wish we could sell the weed. We could definitely use the money so I could hire some more officers, but I'll just keep firing detectives, I guess. Or some of the shitty officers. There is a terror threat at the railway station. I'm going to wait till they get back. Man claims he's attached a stick of dynamite to his cat and sent it to the train station. I kind of don't want to dignify that with a response, but I'm a little bit worried what'll happen if I do. Or if I don't. Let's find out. Was it an explosive cat? Or was it just a prank? It was real! This dude made a cat bomb. Holy shit. It just seemed too far-fangled. I was like, who makes a cat bomb? Who does that when you could just go throw the dynamite into the middle of a loaded car? Like, it just seems like you're taking a roundabout way to get to the same end result. Mr. Soldado, in an uneven voice, reported an ongoing riot near his home. Mr. Soldado's the drug addict, though, isn't he? I see from my window a crowd of vile, half-naked midgets from hell raging around in broad daylight. Come put an end to the abomination. I'm pretty sure that's not happening. Do I have any officers that are, like, not on anything? Put Mosier and Beasley on this stuff and Alejo, too, even though he's been drinking. I'm going to ride this one out, too, and see what happens. Because I don't think it's going to be anything. Windows of Mr. Soldado's home overlook a playground. The man was in a state of extreme intoxication and took the children for infernal dwarves. I want to know what liquor he's on. I don't think I've ever drank that much to where children became infernal demons and dwarves. I'd be like, dude, we call this shit Middle Earth. That's the type of weed we be smoking up in here. Because it take you running out through the fields with hobbits and all kinds of shit. Hannah Nelson. It was a quiet party. Me and Emily went there together and we were dancing and having fun. A guy named John Zimmerman came up and offered to get us some drinks. I don't drink, but he insisted, and he was so sweet, so I took a couple sips from the plastic cup he gave me. Then we danced with him, and Emily said we had to have another drink to toast our friendship, so I had one more. She gave me a little more of her drink, and then John wanted to go somewhere quieter. He took me by the hand and led me to a back room. Everything was a blur. When I woke up, I was almost naked, and there was blood between my legs. I used to be a virgin. Yeah, young ladies, don't ever drink out of a cup that someone gives you that you don't know. Don't ever allow, if the bartender brings it to you, still be kind of dubious of it. Because I have a lot of female friends who have been roofied. Like, you guys have no idea. This shit happens all the time. I'm not being, like, over the top right now. Like, just be safe. Keep your drink nearby. Keep your hand over the top of it. Because, seriously, when I got to, like, the age of, like, 20, 21-ish, it was like there was an outbreak of my female friends just going through this shit. And you don't want to go through this. So just be careful. Hannah loves to have fun at parties. She's a real wild child, and I love her. She'll drink anything that comes past. When they started playing slow songs, that jerk John Zimmerman came up with some drinks and started pawing all over Hannah. They had their fun, drank some more, and she took his hand and followed him to one of the back rooms. They were gone a long time, so I went to find her. I found Zimmerman first. He was buttoning his pants. Everything else seemed tense, like something bad had happened. In one of the rooms, I found Hannah half naked, her eyes glossed over. As obvious, Zimmerman drugged her and raped her. Why didn't you smack that fool with a pipe when he was on his way out of the house? We don't deal with that in my neighborhood. You catch somebody in the act right there, you're liable just to end up dead in a park somewhere. John Zimmerman, a man from the party. Like Hannah, we had a little fun. We danced, we drank, we went in the back to hang out, but nothing happened. We just kissed, and then her psycho girlfriend Emily broke into the bedroom and shoved me out the door. Emily had been chasing me for a long time, and she wasn't happy that I liked Hannah instead. As I was leaving, I heard Hannah say she felt dizzy and couldn't keep her eyes open. Interesting. We found signs of forcible penetration of the woman's body, but no foreign biological traces, either semen or saliva. We did, however, find traces of spermicidal lubricant, a typical sign of a condom. The girl's blood showed a slightly elevated alcohol content, but the rohypnol in her system was off the charts. Apparently, rohypnol was put in the victim's drink. She could have been completely unconscious and easy prey for a rapist. There was blood on the bed, and next to the bed was a spray can of female deodorant, a pair of scissors, a scarf, and a torn condom package. So it seems like a rapey dude would not leave the condom package behind. I'm wondering if her friends staged it in order to send this guy down the river. That's what I'm wondering. I'm thinking it was her. Were her clothes cut open? Does it say anything about that? So there were scissors. Yeah, I think her friend done it, actually. It's not that this dude has an incredibly compelling story, but I'm going to err on the side of caution and kind of take this one by one. The fact that the best friend and this dude had a history makes me slightly... I mean, I've never heard of anything like this happening before, so this is a little weird, but... So, they were at the party. We need one where the girls get to the party. What's the difference between the cups? So, she took a drink out of the plastic cup. It doesn't say what color the cups were, but these have two separately colored cups. Hannah loves to have fun at parties. Was pawing all over. She'll drink anything that comes past. Doesn't say anything about a drink color right there. Yeah, it looks like it's leaning in both directions. It's either she was raped by her friend with a foreign object, or it was the dude. I don't really know. So I think it's yellow if the girl passed the drink over. Let me just kind of get some of these on here so I've got like a rough sequence of events. Her friend ran her off and started acting all irate. Having fun. A guy named John came up and offered us a drink. Came up with some drinks. So they both have the same story, even though one of them is slightly dubious. I still feel like we're missing some stuff, though. So they take the yellow cup and they go in the back. He tries to... So she walks in and catches him. She flips out. There we go. So there's the making out on the bed one. It went down something like that. I mean, since this one didn't really work... I'm going to just shift things around for a minute. So instead, this one right here... Well, that one he's up with the yellow cups, though, so it has to match. We either need all the blue cups or we need all the yellow cups. And that one, though, her hand is pouring something into the drink. That's got the girl's hand. I don't know. It could go either way. I think we've got all the pieces to the puzzle right now. It just comes down to, like, how do we want to do this? Seeing there was a scarf, too. Who's wearing a scarf? It's probably hers. In these previous photos, she's wearing a scarf. Is the friend wearing a scarf? No, she's not. So the scarf is hers. There was some scissors and a torn condom package. I just have a hard time believing the condom package is what's doing it for me. Somebody that's raping somebody, I don't think they would leave the one thing behind that they were supposed to remember afterwards. But they did get interrupted. So I don't know. I'll wait a little while longer and see if we get any further frames. I don't like the investigations that have a lot of frames. It can be hard to find the exact, like, finicky solution sometimes. And honestly, as we've seen in, like, previous investigations, sometimes the solution makes no sense. Like, in one of them, it said it was a light-colored car, but the dark-colored car is the one that allowed the thing to be completed. It's just like, I don't know. Sometimes it's tough. Freeburg life expectancy falls by 6%. Unique solar eclipse coming. Atticus Tower invites public to view eclipse. We're out of time for the day. I will see you all in the next episode of This is the Police. Bye, everybody. Hopefully, I'm getting kind of bruised on this one. And I'm losing at a rate that I don't like losing at. So I'll see y'all next time. Hopefully it turns around.